Hey, what's up? It's your girl Lyric. Oh, MG. So I was on Voices of Power. This is my husband's channel. And it's crazy because I guess it was something that they deemed inappropriate. And what I was doing was I was basically revealing a picture, if you would, of Summer when she was in the car. And I actually went, grabbed the picture, and I went to like my because like I'm not used to using my computer, so I usually use my phone. So I went to like a program for pictures off of my computer, and something led me through spirit just to, kind of do something pertaining to the filtering so that I can capture what's visible and what's not visible. And I caught a lot of things. So a lot of people, they was like, wow, this is amazing that you was able to capture that. And they was commenting and responding. And of course there was an audience. And so I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's because of some content that I might have shared. And like you guys all know the content with Candace, and she's in the hotel, and I guess she doesn't know that the camera is focused in on somebody that's laying on the couch or what have you. And then she moves the camera over, and then she's just basically explaining things in detail as to, basically she's opening up to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Um, but for the most part, it was very interesting because I was speaking about another creator, and I was introducing his channel as well, and also another creator which I had her permission to stream because I had asked her ahead of time, because she was actually doing something to where she had a police scanner, and it was trying to show information as to what's going on pertaining to Summer. And all of a sudden, because I was getting so close to the truth from exposing what it is that I had seen in the picture, it got taken down. And I was like, well, what is this? What's going on? Why is this being taken down? And for the reasons that they gave me through email, it was absurd. It made me so livid. I could not understand why is it that my stuff had gotten taken down. So I want to be clear about some things, okay? So in my studies, and I call it studies because it's considered to be speculation until otherwise, it being factual. First of all, I want to make sure I let everybody know that this is my disclaimer. I don't have actual fact. I don't have actual fact findings. I am basically going based on the knowledge that I have collected, okay? And this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not sure how YouTube works. I am still reading the copyrights and, just like the rules that come along with it, because it just was out of this world crazy that they had basically got upset because I I guess because I was showing an image, and I guess according to them that is something that is just inappropriate or what have you. And I wasn't trying to be graphic or anything like that, but if people do their own homework, they do their own little research, and they look at that image of this baby in the car, you'll be able to capture so many things, just too many things. And that's what I was doing. Basically, I wasn't trying to do anything to discredit or to judge or to mock or to be vulgar or to be inappropriate in any kind of context. And I got to be careful with the words that I say and describe, in description to what it is that I'm really trying to say. But basically, it concerns me because I want to tell YouTube that, my God, like, I put in an appeal because it's crazy what was said to me as to the reason why it was taken down. And so I'm using my husband's channel right now because I'm just trying to figure out, like, what are we allowed to say then, because this is about a little girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, from Rogersville, Tennessee, who at the time was 5 years old on June the 15th, 2021. Now, her birthday has passed on February and she is 6 years old, and this makes it like 8 months later, I believe, of her disappearance. Nobody knows of her whereabouts or what has occurred. We're only going based on the certain individuals that are a part of her story, based on what it is that they have made factual to her situation. Her name is Summer Moon Utah Wells, and she deserves a voice. She deserves for justice to be served. You know, I'm not trying to speak inappropriately, but we're fully aware of the different situations that occur in this world that may be inappropriate. Again, I have to be careful with how I speak. It's like I gotta tiptoe on eggshells and everything like that. Although I've been on other creators' channels and they're all free spirited and everything like that, and it could be because they have so many subscribers, so that might give them leeway. I'm not too sure, but what I do know is that on my channel, Voices of Power, I was starting to get my numbers up. I mean, I'm trying. Oh, hey, Rhonda Haley, what was you saying? But you won't say what the letter said. I'm the only one watching. No, that's fine. Um, I don't mind. Like, the type of individual that I am, I don't go based on numbers. I could be sitting here talking to myself, but I'm very big on spirituality. I'm big on the fact that the universe has more of a say so than mankind. I'm big on knowing energetically that I am energy and that I am spirit and that I can coincide with spirit. So wherefore is like, if I don't talk to anybody, if I'm not speaking to anybody or what have you, it's quite all right. I don't mind it, because irregardless, it's going to be brought into the universe, and through the algorithm, people will see the message. What did the letter say from YouTube? It was inappropriate. It was basically, look, this is what happened. So I was revealing the picture of Summer in the car. And so I zoomed in and zoomed out on several parts of her, on her head, on her mouth, and those kind of things, or what have you. So what the letter had said was that I was being inappropriate. Like, it was something pertaining to graphic, or yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure if I can even say the word. I'm kind of nervous. I don't even know if I should say the word, but if you get the gist of it, it's like, it's very ignorant. It's like, basically they was trying to say that I was being was showing inappropriate things. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to be very discreet with it. And that blew me away, because I'm not that type of person. Like, how dare they even put that on me? I'm totally against that kind of stuff. I'm not into that kind of stuff. That's ridiculous. So that frustrated me a bit, because I'm not that type of individual to go about doing things like that. All it was that I had seen that it's Photoshop, right? Clearly, that's what I was doing, is I was revealing that the picture is photoshopped, and I was indicating that I don't even think that Summer was actually in the vehicle, that it was a cutout, because there's so much that you can do with Photoshop. Right, that's what I'm saying, Rhonda. That's why I don't understand it, because a lot of creators have made videos about that, right? But I guess because of the fact that, like, I zoomed in and out, I was on live. I had zoomed in and out, and when I zoomed in and out, I was showing, like, I was changing the temperature of the colors, and I was showing that there is a visible tube in her mouth, right? I was also revealing how her shirt, like, they tried to cover it with a black marker or like black paints because the color bleeds over onto the next color. And I was showing proof that they was trying to cover up red, some kind of red. It was a dark royal color red on her shirt. You don't think it's photoshopped? I mean, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I get it. I honestly do. But for the most part, what I feel is that they're covering that there's something going on with that picture. Like, if you look at it, there's something that is covered up. And a lot of people have looked into it, but I was kind of getting more intricate into detail as to the things that I had seen in the picture. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I respect that and everything like that, but that's what I was doing. So I wasn't being inappropriate. I was saying how her mouth looks like it got busted. I was saying how, like, if you look on the top part of her head, right around the lineage of her hair on the top, it looks as if like they had took like some light tanning brown color to kind of shadow it in. I know about Photoshop, right? Because basically I have experience when making flyers for different businesses like music companies, just being a producer or presenting uh, a CD cover or a DVD cover for a movie of some sort or what have you. So I know about Photoshop. I know like the contouring, I know the shading, I know the tones, I know all of those things that you can do. They call it a apicue. The transparency of it all. Like with apicue, you can basically fade it in and fade it out and make it look a certain kind of way and make it visible but invisible in a sense to where you can fit another image in. I know all about it. So when I looked at this certain photo, the colors were bleeding over, is what I'm saying, right? But what I will say is that I had gotten the photo from Google. Okay, I had gotten this image from Google or what have you. Yes, I know it's a video. It wasn't an original photo. They didn't take a picture. I know the whole entire gist of it. I know about Summer's case and everything like that with Candace and Don. I know all the players in the game, right? It was a video, mama. I already know that. Okay. So it's a video and somebody screenshot it. But listen, even with video, you can capture so many things. That's why they say a video holds too much truth or can tell its own story. And that's why now they have this thing to where you can screenshot images even in video form. So you don't miss what's really going on. As a matter of fact, there is a person on YouTube by the name of WCIA, and she, she might come off a little wackier, that kind of thing, or what have you. But for the most part, like, even though I thought that she was a little off, I started to like take my time into looking and investing my time into her videos. And then I said, oh my goodness, as much as it sounds a little out there, she's making a point. Like, she is really showing some discovery in this. She is really, basically what it is that instead of being judgmental of others, it's like I try to just sit there and meditate on things, and I try to check on my demeanor and focus on things and make sure that like I'm not coming off a little brash or anything like that. And I looked at it and I was like, okay, wait a minute. This makes a lot of sense. You got to understand that everything is there's some kind of hidden, there's always some kind of hidden context in things. You know what I mean? Like from nursery rhymes to Disney, this is how they brainwash children. Okay. Thank you, Rhonda. You too, love. And thank you for coming. That's how they brainwash children. Okay. Uh, by making it look innocent and pretty when it's not. And it's crazy, gotta talk like this. excuse me, you can tell I'm like kind of dancing, and then I'm thinking about what am I gonna say, because I don't want to get my husband's channel striked. So, I gotta be careful with the things that I'm saying. Just to be clear, I also wanted to share that, from the information that I'm gathering, there are a lot of things going on. Okay. Um, for the most part, a lot of rings. I gotta speak in codes. And one of these rings, yes, it is graphic and it's a trigger warning and those kind of things or what have you. Um, there are people that actually purchase different things that is a bit odd these days. And so we have to be careful with these certain things that are going on in the world pertaining to, our children. We have to be aware, okay, and we got to be alert, and we got to move, we got to kind of move like a certain kind of way. We got to move, and we have to teach them how to move around too, like tread lightly is what I'm hearing. Just to introduce myself, I'm very spiritual, intuitive. You know what I mean? I am led by Holy Spirit. I'm led by my ancestors, my ascended, masters. I am led by my spirit guides and my angels, my all my archangels at that. And so I see a lot of things, and some things are very uncomfortable because it's like, I'm not stupid, far from it. We aren't. We are not ignorant individuals. We have to understand that there's a lot of things that is inappropriate and a bit scary, if you would, that's going on in this world, right? And so, with that being said, in having the knowledge, the knowing of what's going on in this world, we have to be aware that it's happening um, to our very own communities, right? There are people and they're innocent and then they get kidnapped and things like that or what have you. Is I'm like really trying not to go there because it's like I read some of the rules of YouTube and I gotta make sure that the certain words they gotta like what YouTube needs to do, you guys. Maybe perhaps you guys need to make a keygen, okay? Make a keygen of certain words that you should not say on YouTube. That way, a person can study those words and then they can mark it off of the, you know what I mean? Like I could just mark it from my language. I can make sure that I don't say a certain kind of word that can arouse people's ears, um, that can make them feel as if I made them uncomfortable, because that is not what I'm trying to do, just to be clear, right? But a lot of people, a lot of, like she said, there's a lot of creators that have did a video on it and everything. So what's so different? I don't know. Okay. But I guess it was that I was zooming in and zooming out. Um, they felt that it was very profound. They felt that I was being inappropriate. Okay. And that hurts me. It's very uncomfortable. It disappoints me. And it's very discouraging because I meant well with this. I really did. I didn't mean no harm, no foul. I'm very integrate. And all I want is to bring forth justice for Summer. And there's other individuals that are out here, and they deserve justice as well. And YouTube, you are a platform for giving these people a voice, for giving them justice, for allowing these creators, such as myself, to sound the alarms, to allow people to hear what's really going on all over the world and stuff. It's like you know what I mean? Like people would rather go on YouTube than go to the regular TV to check out the news because this is raw, in your face type news. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, it's like when it comes down to things, I wasn't trying to be inappropriate, you guys. And I appreciate everybody who had came in on my channel yesterday when I was speaking to them and sharing some things, and like that's how I wanted it. So it was kind of discouraging for me when I had an audience. I had people actually watching and communicating with me, and I wasn't talking to myself, and it was like a equal thing. It was feedback being distributed, and it was cool. And then next I have an actual audience and people are subscribing, and it felt good. I felt the love energies coming in. And I was like, wow, this is going to be awesome for the algorithm and everything like that. People are going to actually catch the message, and there's going to be some kind of justice solidified for summer. And not only for summer, for even for the rest of them, for the rest of these babies that are out here and they have disappeared, more so to say the least. And we're just trying to find them. Okay. So all I can say, you guys, is that we have to keep our eyes on the prize, and we have to be the voice for these individuals, for these children. You know what I mean? Somebody has to speak on it, you know? And if I made anybody uncomfortable, if I said anything that caused any conflict or anything for that matter, I apologize publicly. I did not mean that. That was not my demeanor. It wasn't my intent. Okay. Just like everybody else, all I want is the truth to be exposed. All I want is for justice to be served. That's it. None more, none less. You know, and basically, like with my channel that I'm working on, Voices of Power, I want to speak about certain topics, from DV to SA to things that people have been through, and because I can relate is what I'm saying. And I want to hear people's stories, because I feel like we are energetic spiritual beings, you know what I'm saying? And that we are victorious no matter what we face in this life, that we are determined, and we don't have to go based on somebody being envious of our integrate, loyal spirits. You feel what I'm saying? Hold on a second. I'm just learning this thing right here. There's a countdown. Okay, I'm back like I never left. I'm just trying to figure out how to use this. Okay. Like I usually use another program, but it's all good. It's all good. Let's see here. This is private chat right here. This is comments. And this is brand. Okay. Let me get it together, you guys. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, so let's get to it. So basically what I was indicating, and I'm trying to, respectfully be careful how I speak on this, because like I said, it's uncomfortable. What they had strike me with, it was inappropriate and unacceptable, and I'm not that type of individual. So it got me feeling some type of way. Like that really irritated me. I was sharing some information because like, this might be taboo to some of you guys, but as for me, it's just a way of life. And there's an individual, that this person is a YouTube creator, and they do the spirit box sessions. And so with the spirit box sessions, another creator was like, well, it's so random how somebody just went to go look for Summer yesterday. Like, it's so random that they just suddenly went to go look for her. And I said, no, no, love, it's not. Actually, I know where that came from. So I was showing my comments. Oh, thank you so much, Ayana Modis, for subscribing to my channel. um I don't know if it's Voices of Power or my husband's channel, but I thank you so much for that. I knew where it came from, and I was showing and revealing the commentary, you know what I mean, from what video he had posted in regards to the information as to the location that they was going to check. And so I was putting the pieces together, and I was showing people proof that this is where it came from, and this is the location. And why that certain location? Because of this spirit box session. So I had indicated how I told this YouTube creator, I was like, hey, you gotta go and look into Candace's friend, right? And her son. You got to look into them. You got to ask spirit about them or what have you. So he had did a whole session pertaining to them. And within reason, when he did it, I'm not saying that it was Summer. What I'm saying is, allegedly, basically, um, what they would say is, I gotta be careful how I speak, okay? What basically I'm not, there is no accurateness to this, okay? It's a spirit box session. It's for entertainment purposes only. Summer had came in, or what would be Summer. Um, I don't know, because you know what I'm saying. Nobody knows the whereabouts of Summer. So again, it's for entertainment purposes only. And she had indicated the number 22. And she had indicated that Candace friend, or apparently what was Candace's friend, right, had information pertaining to not only Summer but other children. Again, this is just hearsay. This is spirit box session. It's for entertainment purposes only. It's not actual facts, right? Let's be clear. That's the disclaimer that I'm saying right now. So Summer came in supposedly saying the number 22, speaking about a book. And in reference to this book, I was saying how I'm being led by spirit because it might have the contents of certain things. I'm going to put it like that because I have to speak in codes. I cannot speak inappropriately, because yeah, unfortunately, as much as I want to be free spirited, I gotta be careful, as I am a newbie and everything like that. Like, on my channel, I was so frivolous and free. I was so expressive. It was cool, but then boom, out of nowhere, it happened. And so that was an eye-opener. What I will say is, in the contents of this book, it might have been saying things like dates and times and those kind of things, just keeping record of. Just use your imagination, okay? Keeping record of certain things, events, and people. Put it like that. So then further in the spirit box session, that's what the spirit box said, right? It confirmed what I felt spiritually, was that something was done that was wrong and a little bit inappropriate, um and they was trying to get somebody to purchase something, okay, but it didn't fall through. So the next thing that their option was to do was basically through one of the rings. You get what I'm saying? And what I had indicated was in this spirit box session, there was a person's name that had been mentioned. It said Joe or Joseph. Okay. Could have purchased something, put it like that. And somebody has said, oh, wow. So Joe or Joseph could actually be Jose. And I was like, wow, that makes a lot of sense. So then I said, so this is an inventory of product. And irregardless, it was all about money. Then I heard spiritually bartering, and I thought, what is bartering? And spirit responded to trade. Okay. So there are certain trades being established. I cannot say what certain trades, but I'm sure you get the gist of it. Okay. And unfortunately, it's for entertainment purposes only. This creator has said, well, I'm gonna get somebody to go out there and check it out, which they did, right? And they was checking it out over at that location and etc and so forth, and they're still searching. But let's be clear, also Spirit Box had indicated that that is far away, but his heart hurts and he's talking. Okay. So what I got from that content is that basically, Don is feeling some type of way. He is upset, depressed, sad, you know. His family's falling apart and he's locked up. So he is far away. And so maybe perhaps because of the guilt, it's coming down on him a lot. But then I also heard, and this is why I haunt you. You know what I mean? Again, entertainment purposes only. It's just something that was said in a spirit box session, but it's not actual facts, okay? And so from the contents and what was said in this spirit box session that the creator had recorded and made a video of, what I get from this is that he's feeling guilty. Okay. This is just my thoughts. He's feeling guilty, and the past is haunting him, like past tense pain, being stuck in your thoughts, having to deal with certain situations, if you get what I'm saying. And so now he's talking. Okay. But not only him, remember what we said, you guys. We said that once Don separates from his wife, Candace, then Candace is going to start talking. Okay. I believe that, how do I want to break it down? I believe that like there was times where Don even was trying to reveal some things, and Candace stopped him and was like, what are you doing? And it was on live and everything, and caused like an argument, a disagreement, or a physical altercation. And then I do believe there was times where Candace was trying to say something, but it's just, that's energy for you. Okay. So now that they don't have each other to where they can stop one another or what have you, I feel that one of them will speak on it. Right. So Reverend Donna Serafina, everybody is aware of her, with the Valo case and everything like that. She had said in her session that later on, which is around this time, she says somebody is going to get locked up and somebody is going to bring the authorities or law enforcement to the location, okay? Or they're going to speak on it. Somebody is going to speak. Somebody will speak on it, okay? So I feel like it is being done. I feel that somebody is speaking on it. And I also feel like Summer, whatever the situation is or wherever she may be, I just feel like when it comes down to an angelic force, okay, that is heavenly and divine, that the angels are stepping in, and they want justice and they want things to be explained or things to be specified. They want things to be illuminated, to shine, to be brightened up, and to be lighted up. Okay? The truth will always come to the light. You understand what I'm saying? And so, with that being said, I had thought about certain individuals in the story, in this situation, okay, uh in the time of events that had taken place. I thought about certain individuals. And so with me thinking about these certain individuals, I thought about somebody that actually owns a crematorium, somebody that owns a program that flies planes and things like that. And then I thought about transportation, and I thought about how, like, when it comes to product that people purchase, how it's easy to be able to transfer those products by transportation, right? Or a small aircraft, if you would, because that's what I was led through spirit to believe, or to say, more so to say the least. Intuitively, I'm just pouring out my thoughts. This is not actual fact. Again, this is just an acquisition of thought. Let's be clear. And so, in me being led by spirit, I seen a visual. Excuse me, I had seen a visual. I had received a download, and it made me uncomfortable. And I was like, oh my goodness. In the spirit box session, it says something pertaining to Uncan Heart on Ice, you know? And I was like, wait, what is that? So you can use your own way of processing that information. Um, I don't know. It could be a song. You know what I mean? However, whatever it is, it just kind of made me a little uncomfortable because I wasn't aware of the song, if you get what I'm saying. So then being led by spirit, it was like just showing me a small aircraft. It was showing me how, like people use planes, how people use cars. There's certain locomotives, more so to say the least, right? And so there's just a lot going on. Put it like that, right? And so my heart goes out to the family. It does, right? Nobody knows the truth as to what has occurred pertaining to this case. Nobody knows where Summer is. What we all know is that she has disappeared and nobody is aware of her whereabouts. Okay? Um, and that is fact. There's too many individuals when it comes down to this case. We're fully aware of that as well. And what I can say is through my way of expression, okay? What I will share is that someone knows. And I'm going to consistently keep saying that somebody knows. Although I said nobody knows, what I mean is that somebody from her story, from her situation, from the events leading into now, someone knows. I don't want to hear that nobody knows. I'm talking about when it comes down to those individuals. When I say nobody knows, I'm basically indicating that us, the creators or individuals that look into this case, we don't know because there is no solid actual fact, no validation, nothing. Okay. We are going based on hearsay. We're going based on what was actually shared to all of us. That's what we are going on. There is no probable information other than what was shared to us. Okay. There is no update of information other than what was shared to us. So we're all in the internet, you know what I mean? Like, in this web of deception or what have you, getting stuck like these spiders just biting on us and everything like that, catching these flies in the mist. And like, like either you get eaten up, you get spinned up, or they drink your juice. They suck you out dry, meaning that it's a draining energy, right? And so in regards to this situation, At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, we all just want justice for Summer, okay? And it's just frustrating because we mean well. We truly, honestly do mean well by it. And I get why, when it comes down to certain things, where YouTube has their certain guidelines and those kind of things, because they got to make sure that things stay within, you know what I'm saying, certain laws. Because I mean, everybody has to understand that there is authority everywhere. We all have to follow some kind of legislation, right? What I was also indicating too was about the wars that's going on and stuff like that. Like, we are already in a war, and then to bring more fire to the war, it's ridiculous. It's like, uncalled for. So we are in hopes that everything is cool, right? Um, we know that everybody that is dealing with such measures is going to be okay, basically. There's hope, and we can be prayerful. And I'm not discouraged in the least bit, because I trust in my government and I know that they're going to take care of it, right? And so, with that being said, God bless America. Um, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, like, there are certain things that's going on. It's ridiculous. It's cowardly. It's mysterious. It's deceptive. And I got to be careful with my words again, right? But there is ways to reveal, okay? And some people might say it's taboo. Oh no, we cannot listen to that spiritual stuff, because, like, I'm supposed to just be listening based off of what a spirit says, and I can't even see it. People have their own opinions as to the vibe, as to what it is that they are allowing themselves to, be comfortable with, unbeknownst. So, I don't know. I just feel as if we have to be aware of our surroundings, of protecting our own, okay? And of loving unconditionally. Um on my channel that I have, that I can't access at this present, but I can still look at things and all those kind of things, or what have you. I am actually working on a book for, like, manifesting things or whatever. And in this book that I'm working on, I speak of a lot of topics pertaining to universe, and it's very interesting, okay? But what I will share with you is, I wrote a lot. All right. That's very interesting to me. I will share this with you guys. John 8:12, that Jesus, he spoke to them saying, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. In reference to John 8:12, light is defined as life, as seen in John 1:4. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. Those who have faith through him will have eternal life. And this life is a gift Jesus brought from God into a dying world. And so we have to understand that, we have to understand, in reference to John 8:12, that Jesus spoke to the people once more and said, I am the light, which I feel that he means I am energy of spirit. And then Jesus went further to say that he is the light of the world, which could be creation, nation, universe. Follow me with this. You won't have to walk in darkness, because darkness would be a reference to soul. And what is the cornerstone of spirit? Being energy of light's keeper, and soul being without or less of. meaning so less. So then he goes further to say, because you will have the light that leads to life. So bear with me now, right? Light, energy of spirit, keeper of light. Life, eternal bliss, promise. Eternal memory of light, energy of spirit. In remembrance of me, I just heard, okay? And so, what does being the light of the world mean? When Jesus told the people in Matthew 5:14, "You are the light of the world," he was telling them that the Spirit of God resides in each and every one of them, and that they are the ones who can make the world better. Where there is darkness, they can shed a little light. So God, he speaks to me every time I pray and everything like that, and he was revealing a lot to me, okay? And so when it comes down to manifesting and those kind of things, God was telling me that there's levels to these things, okay? And so I wrote it down. It's always good to just get a little journal and write down everything that you hear. You got to speak it, draw it into existence, become it, call it in, reach out for it, feel it. Then you will receive it, because it's energy. Another good source of energy is the honey, because honey is the source of the formula of life. It's basically anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antibacterial agent, antifungal power, and it shows immune boosting and anti-cancer benefits. Because it contains mostly sugar, a mix of amino acids, vitamins, minerals, iron, zinc, and antioxidants. And so when I speak about things, I want you guys to know that, like, I speak about energy a lot, because we have to understand energetically that's what we are. That's why when you take your hands and you put them together, you'll feel that vibration. You'll feel that magnetism, okay? And it goes back and forth. You'll feel that magnet, that it's like a bounce back of energies when I'm feeling like I'm hearing an attraction. Okay, it attracts the magnetism of the energy that is in the middle of your palms, right? Or you could do an exercise to where you could take your hands and take your other hand and roll an invisible ball in the mid center of your hand. You're going to feel so much energy from that alone. Okay. Now, with this exercise and you making this ball of energy, I want you to speak everything that you want, desire, and need. I want you to speak it out, and I want you to be clear, right? Because another level of manifesting is clarity. That's what God told me, and I wrote it down. And what I wrote down is, I am clear, no longer confused, and there are no misunderstandings. Everything is transparent, so I can see it right through. In order for me to be focused, I have to pay attention to what it is that I desire. It takes for one to know to take the initiative and what action needs to be applied. What is the course of action, and what is the reaction to the energy being displayed? For we are not to be called souls. We are not soulless. We are to be called spirit, because we are living spiritual beings. And if we are light, right, and we have the power, opportunity to do something before others do, then what we can do is enforce or transmute the love back into those spaces that need to be filled, those voids that need to be filled, okay? Because it's all about the love energy. We are to be of love and light, right? But I also heard you have to make the initiative. An initiative is the energy or the aptitude displayed in initiation of action. So then God went further to speak to me, and he said, illuminate. And I was like, oh, wow, illuminate. So I thought of to make something visible, right? Illuminate your soul. Because if you illuminate your soul, then you become spirit. It's like to brighten up shining light or light it up, right? To bring light on it when it's not visible enough. It could be dim, so you illuminate it to brighten it up. And that's what's going on when it comes down to spirit or when it comes down to soul, right? A lot of us, and I'm not trying to be, I'm not trying to reach or, you know what I'm saying, cause any uncomfortability, but this is just my thoughts again. A lot of us are on a whimsical situation. Like, you know how they call it an emotional roller coaster? And so we deal with everything pertaining to life and its measures. But some of us are in denial. And some of us, feel as if we need to put energy into trying to change someone, trying to make things better, discrediting our own selves and not taking in the value of self and not putting in the love of self, but putting all our energy and bringing it into somebody who doesn't even appreciate the energy that we bring. And so the light within us and God being the keeper of the light and him being the supplier of life, the light within us may be dim. So that's where God teaches us that we need to illuminate. We need to brighten up that dim light, to make it visible, to make it seen, so that we can shine, so it can light up, and so that it can grow. So, and when I say grow, it's like I'm not seeing a light bulb, I'm seeing fire, so that that fire can grow, you know, so that fire could get stronger, so that that power can be invoked within. It's all about taking back your power, being in control of what it is that you want, being in control of what it is that you desire, being in control of what it is that you need, or the actions that is being displayed, or how you think, or how you move, and not having somebody else be in control of you or taking power over you. And so with this situation and everything like that, you know, I just feel energetically that we need to understand the purpose of our life and the missions that we need to make. So I would share this prayer with you. As above, so below. Energy is everything. The source of energy is light and the keeper of spirit. Spirit is the investment of life, being the promise, the illumination of something being applied. Ask, believe, and you shall receive it, but with clarity, because you have to be clear on what it is that you want. Know what it is that you want. Enforce that law and discipline. In the situation, or in, I got to be careful with the words that I use, okay? So I have to change the context of my language. Okay, so I'm going to say enforce law and discipline in the writings of your manifestation, in the process of your manifestation, in what it is that becomes your manifestation. You have the control to take back your power and eliminates any action or thinking process that can cause you to be unclear. We are the keepers of our light, the energy of spirit. We are destined for greatness and are victorious. So nothing can stop your happiness or take away your peace. Remember, you guys, if anything that you ain't heard, just say with me, I am in control. I have the power. I am in control. Look at that. Notice that I said it twice, but it's cool because that just basically, it's a way of giving me confirmation, or giving you guys the confirmation that I believe and know that I am in control. And so once you have gained a way to fully understand how this works, it becomes your writings. You become the author of what you created. You become the manifestator of creation. Okay? And so with my writings, it's going to consist not only of saying what I want or desire, it consists of really knowing it already belongs to me. So, what writings will you pour out onto your canvas? Hmm? Will your writings just be mindless, or will your writings be pure and filled with beautiful intentions? What is it that you desire? What do you want to bring into your existing form? What joy do you want to invite into your life? Because you have to understand that energy is everything. Okay? Just give me a moment, because I was speaking about Summer Wells, and I tend to do that. I tend to do that a lot, you guys. So, 1 second. Um, let's see here. Other than that, I hope everybody's having a great day. I'm over here just trying to change something up real quick. Right. Okay. One moment, y'all. Just give me one moment. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. I got issues. I'm sorry. All right, let's see here. What could we do here? All right, yeah, because it says I can only have 100 characters. So, see, that works. Ay, vey. Okay. Excuse me. Let's see if I could delete this. Let's try it now. Let's go. Boom. Did it. All right. So, you know, how I was basically indicating that energy is everything. Energetically, the light that I'm becoming is filled with promise. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to that part. Energetically, the light that I'm becoming is filled with promise. Energetically, how? How is it that I can, you know what I'm saying, fill myself with promise because of the light that I'm becoming? I can fill myself with promise because of the light that I'm becoming, because I am clear about what it is that I want. So I made it a vow that what I want, what I desire, what I need, you know what I'm saying, through my writings, through me being the creator of manifestation, or more so to say the least, you can even say the narrative of my story, okay? Through my writings, it's everything intentionally that is amazing and beautiful and just it brings joy to my heart. I put it in and I write it. And through my writings, it becomes magical. You got to understand that the universe will deliver it to you. It will give it to you. If you believe it intentionally and you're pouring out all your intentions into your writings, into what it is that you want done, it will come, right? And so that is how energetically the light that I am becoming is filled with promise, because what I desire and what I want and what I need, I'm speaking beauty into my existent form. Okay. And so I made a vow to myself that what I speak is nothing but beautiful. It's nothing but something that would bring happiness to me, bring joy to my life. I am investing positive vibes into my world. I am stepping away from all the negativity or what no longer serves my sole purpose. And so, further to say, and the power I have is enforced by the laws of manifestation. That speaks in so many volumes. It's enforced by the laws of manifestation. And the laws of manifestation is easy, right? To be clear, to have the initiative, to illuminate, to understand that you have control and that you're taking back your power and that there is promise, right? And all that I am is all I have become. I am the energy of the master of chemistry. Master of chemistry is energy, a source of energy, or as you would when you was young, you know, the periodic table, it has all the elements of chemistry. But it goes into explaining things when it comes down to energy. We have the protons, the neutrons, the electrons, and atoms. We have the ions, and ions are particles of matter. And so, don't we matter? Right? And I want to share this with you. You know, I don't know if you're aware of this Bible scripture. It blew my mind because I was like, wait, what? Matthew 18:20. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. And so, you know, I was led by Spirit to draw a circle, and inside that circle, to draw this little tiny circle and to write the word nucleus. And then on the side of that, to write, or like to more so to draw another circle on the side, on the right hand and on the left hand side, where it doesn't touch. Okay. And then I wrote atomic energy, soul tree, divine passage, and the rise of vibration. And then I was led by Spirit to write the protons, ions, electrons, and atoms are single neutral particles. Molecules are neutral particles made of two or more. Remember, two or three are gathered together. Here we go. Made of two or more atoms bonded together. Wow. Did you know that's what atoms are? Atoms are single neutral particles. Molecules are neutral particles made of two or more atoms bonded together. Where did we just hear this at? You know, this is just my thoughts. Matthew 18:20, where it says, for where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. And this says two or more. So like basically, two or more could be two or three atoms bonded together, gathered together. So do you get where I'm coming at with this? It's crazy because that's the actual definition for atoms. Excuse me, for atoms, right? And then for Matthew to speak on it, to say two or three are gathered together, and for Adam's definition to say two or more, which could be basically, it's there's no difference. Two or three atoms bonded together. So you're like, what does that mean, Lyric? What are you trying to say? What I'm saying to you is this explains it all, you guys. We are energy. We are atomic balls of energy. And we are gathered together when we make two or more, or when we gather together in prayer energetically or spiritually, two or three are gathered together, then the biggest vibration or the biggest energetic form in my name right? There am I in the midst of them. In my name, there am I in the midst of them. In the midst of them basically indicates the core. We are in the core of the atom. We are the nucleus, okay, of the atom. Excuse me, I'm getting somewhere. Every time I get choked up, it's because I get downloads. So the atom itself, this atomic energy or ball of energy, right? The big source of energy is Jesus, right? And so Jesus himself is there and us in the core, in the midst of them, right? In the core of the atom energetically. There he is in the midst of us. So he is a big energetic source, and his light vibrates from this atomic energetic ball in the heavenly realms. But this vibration is so big. You understand what I'm saying? And there we are, right in the midst of that atom, feeding off of the light energy that we are receiving from the supplier of life, which is also energy too. And that is why when we take our hands and we place them together, we feel a vibration because we are together. We are connected. We are one. You know how they say one mind, one body, one spirit? There is a reason behind it. There is a high definition for that. All I gotta say is elevate your mind. Vibrate higher. You know what I mean? Vibrate to your highest power or your highest level. And when God spoke to me, he was telling me about Soul Tree. I was like, well, what in the world is Soul Tree, right? And he said to me that Soul Tree is the levels, the dimensions, and the realms to the energy of spirit. You guys gonna understand we're in the third dimension. Okay. The fourth dimension is right in front of us. If you like get a mirror and you place it in water and then you take your camera and you shutter it a couple of times to make pictures, just to take the pictures, to capture images or whatever like that. But it goes quickly. It's like fast shutters, right? And you place it so that it can, do just fast captures of pictures, instant pictures, but real fast. I promise you, once you're done taking the pictures, you're going to start to see the images or the creatures of the fourth dimension. Okay. Um, so, in speaking to God, he was revealing things to me like chromosomes. Okay. And I was like, what is all this about? Why am I talking energy like I'm some master chemist or something like that? But he said, just hush and listen. So he was telling me about ions, and I was like, well, what is an ion? And it's a charged particle. So then when I looked up what is a particle, it's a portion of matter. Okay. So ions is a charged particle, which together particle is a portion of matter, spirit energy, okay? And the soul of the atom is the central core of the atom, which accounts for most of its mass, is the nucleus. And so the nucleus is usually a round part of most cells that is enclosed in a double membrane, right? But it controls the activities of the cell. It controls the activities of the cell, and it contains the chromosomes, the central part of an atom that comprises nearly all of the atomic mass that consists of protons and neutrons, you guys. And so, what is chromosomes? Well, Spirit led me to, draw some kind of illustration or something like that, to the extent it was like ribbons and like silky threads and different colors of red and blue and a little bit of white. And I heard DNA. And I was like, wow, let me look into that or what have you. So Then after drawing this picture, I wrote universe, and then I wrote thread, and I wrote the design of life creation, again with togetherness, all together. So the thread of the chromosomes within us, which is the DNA that is collected, that is the biology or the Akashic records, the recordings of everything through us, right? And so these Akashic records holds the truth of who you are, and it holds the energy of the essence of you. Tapping into this truth can bring ease and grace and clarity to you every day in your life. And so, I was looking it up and I was like, okay, so what are chromosomes? And the chromosomes is a long DNA molecule with part or all of the genetic material of an organism. And so these chromosomes include packaging proteins called histones, right? Which, aided by chaperone proteins, bind to and condense the DNA molecule to maintain its integrity. And so basically, when I looked up a chromosomes illustration, it was just like the ribbons, the threads, the silky threads that I had drew. And so that's when I kept on hearing universe, or the design of life creation, the creation within us, right? And so energetically, I speak these supernatural blessings into the nucleus of my soul. For I am energy, a particle with a strain of DNA through the thread that records the cells. And I am more than spirit. I am energy of light speeding rapidly to come down and change the recordings of the infrastructure of energy. Energy which does supply all the components of electricity, the physical networks of oil and natural gas pipelines, oil refineries, and other transportation elements such as marine and rail transportation, gold, silver, Bitcoin, stocks, bonds, and diamonds are forever. so so you see, you guys need to pay attention. Pay attention to certain things. I know, like, when you speak about energy and the periodic table and those kind of things, it can be extremely boring, but it can also be extremely inviting because it explains us energetically, and everything pertaining to energy is amazing. So you have to actually have the knack for science to want to know who you are. You know, you're not just spirit, you're energy, and you are light. So basically, you know, you gotta understand, to manifest, you have to be victorious in knowing the components of mastering success. Oh man, I did write a lot. I surely did. And I love writing. You know what I'm saying, you guys? Um, but I am learning a lot too, by the way. And so I thank God for that, for giving me a way to do this. Okay? And so energetically, oops, hold on a second, y'all. My computer is trying to die on me, darlings. Um, come on. If I could just find my plug, it would be great. Dude, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. A lot of stuff up my office, man. I swear. I'll make some changes. Okay. Everything is in the way. Okay, that's plugged in. Okay. Right. So, let's see here. Let's go. Technical difficulties, darlings. All right. So, what I was saying, right. Let's get to it. Okay. So, energetically, the light I am becoming is filled with promise. And the power I have is enforced by the laws of manifestation. All that I am is all I have become. I am the energy of the master of chemistry, and this chemistry is the elements, the source of life, giving off the oxygen of all that is supplied, all that is given, all that I spoke energetically into my promise life. I speak all that I want, all that I need, all that I desire into my existence. I exist because I am spirit, not soul, and my life has meaning, holds purpose. I am being guided by the divine. I can hear, see, feel, taste, and smell. I am that of what I am, and in all, I am filled with colors that vibrate to my highest level, my highest good, my highest knowing. I am a master of science, a healer, and a light of the world. My bills are paid, my rent is paid, I have supernatural blessings here with me, and I am thankful, giving out lots of gratitude and praise to the universe, God, creator and giver of water. I know that everything is ready for me, and I am ready for everything. This positive process that I'm invoking is a blessing that is being applied. I am rich and enriched in the education of what is being given to me through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of hidden truth. I want to say that I am servant, but God said that I am his friend because he spoke to me in a scripture. I believe it was John 15, right? And I'll get to it. And so, student, daughter, sister, and leader, I follow an almighty God that is here for my greatest good. I know that I'm ready and willing to share my success, to influence and educate the ones that thirst, that are hungry, that are willing to follow lead. The intellect that I receive will be enforced and the message will be clear. I am a magnet of the laws that is given, collecting money, partnerships, respect, power, and the courage to push the message. I am blessed, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Right? And so that's what I'm talking about, you guys. Like, listen, we have to be clear of the energy that we take in. We got to be clear of knowing what energy that we invite into our lives, into our livelihood. There's so much being exposed all over the internet, all over YouTube even, and there's so many beefs, you know what I mean? Like, people were just so stagnant and don't realize energetically that they are draining themselves. It's like, I look at all these other creators and everything like that, and they're arguing or they're having disagreements. Look, I am okay with constructive criticism. I'm okay with a little bit of, go for bat when it comes down to, a debate, more so, to say the least. But that's the thing that, like, kind of like, gets my gears going a bit, is that when it comes down to things with voices of power, with what it is that I did yesterday, there was no grounds for any of that, because I wasn't speaking vulgar. I wasn't being profound. I wasn't being inappropriate. At least I wasn't trying to be inappropriate, or maybe perhaps it was the word that I hadn't used. Like, if you think about it, when Candace was indicating some stuff about Don, and how she was saying, like, he had the nerve to have somebody in her house, and she was saying the girl was in her house or whatever, and that he he basically fudge brownie her in her house or whatever. And yeah, maybe that was a bit inappropriate. You know what I'm saying? Because if you like just if you look into the, you know what I'm saying, what it is that people are actually saying or what it is that she was saying, you'll see why it was inappropriate. Put it like that, right? And so maybe that's where I fall short. But I really honestly didn't mean that. I didn't mean anything that was to make anybody uncomfortable whatsoever. So with that being said, it is what it is. It's done. I'm gonna let it go. That's all I can do is just let it go. You know, I know I'll be back on soon. I got like 6 more days and counting, boy. Yes. Yep, my creator just let me know that they're gonna actually do a whole nother spirit box session, that it's gonna be a little dark, because I was like, it's gonna be dark. He's like, sure, I know it's gonna start a war, but I'm ready. So you know what I'm saying? That's the thing, you guys. So, in life, not everything is peachy keen. It's not perfect. There's gotta be like there's gonna be some areas to where it's gonna be a little uncomfortable. It's gonna be a debate here and there. But the way that I feel is that if my intentions wasn't like, to cause any uncomfortability or for me to be profound or vulgar, there should have not been no grounds for them to take down my stuff. I really feel that way wholeheartedly, and it's unfair. But, moving forward and everything like that, it's all about justice for Summer. And that's really what it's about at the end of the day. And so energetically, I'm just gonna, keep my eyes on the prize, and I'm just gonna continue to pray. That's what we need to do, is just be prayer warriors, and we need to be positive, because it's a cool debate here and there or two or whatever, but some of these people are acting out of pocket, and that's why it does make a lick of sense. It truly doesn't, because they really go for bat at each other, calling each other all types of vulgarities. And listen, you guys run to it because you guys like the drama. That's another thing. You feel me? When somebody got their head on right and stuff like that, it's like, oh, this person's boring. I don't want to hear this. I'm over here exercising my liberal rights, my freedom of expression. And that's what I was doing yesterday. But I guess I was being too expressive. I don't know. And that made me uncomfortable. That made me a little teed off. You feel what I'm saying? Because I had good intentions and I was actually like breaking it down. I was indicating what it is that I had seen and what it looked crazy. And yes, Rhonda, you're right. When you go back to listening to this and everything like that, you're right. It was a video, but you know what I'm saying? When you have a video being played, you can screenshot anything in your video so you can really capture some things. Or maybe the video had like this beautiful, serene background. Just because it's a video doesn't mean it can't be a picture or still image. You feel what I'm saying? So basically, somebody just took a still image of it and was able to capture. I was able to see through that still image what I was able to see, right? And people was like, wow, like I can see it. I see exactly what you're talking about. But here's the thing, WCIA, she does that kind of stuff or whatever, and her stuff is not taken down. So what's so different? Right. But I don't know. Uh Maybe perhaps I will actually do a video about it. But what I'll do is I'll upload the video. And I'll make sure that I put a disclaimer that this is not anything, to be inappropriate or what have you. It's more so a discovery of the image. It's more so to see that the image was photoshopped. And you're like, how could it be photoshopped if it was a video? Well, that's a good question, right? Let's see here. What I want to do is I want to ask that same question, okay? So I'm going to Google it. Or, hey Siri, is there a way to Photoshop an image in a video?
Okay. I found this on the web for is there a way to Photoshop an image in a video? Check it out.
Okay, so it says here that there is a program called Lightroom, and it will, let's see. Okay, so it says you could get a cutout image and place it in a video. So there is a way, you guys, right? Check it out yourself. Like, just take a look, is what I'm saying. I know that sounds crazy and all, but it has been done, because I remember that I was doing like one of those things, like an opening for somebody that was going to perform. And I was talking to the promoter, and they were like, these are the images, and can you put it into a video content? And I was like, how am I going to do that? They're like, it's like, what do you mean put it in a video contents? And they said, well, you could take these images and put it in the video contents. And I was like, I could. And they were telling me how I can basically cut. Yes, I can cut and paste it and place it in the video as if it was there. So yes, there is definitely a way to do that. And I'm not saying that was done. I'm not, listen, I don't have the actual evidence. I don't have actual fact finding, right? But what I will say is, through what I feel personally, is that something was done to the video. Something was done to that video. And in that video, when you take a still shot, which is a screenshot of that image in the video, you can see that something is not right. It doesn't fit the picture, is what I'm trying to say. Like, even the bottle doesn't fit the picture in the video. Even the bottle might have not even been there. Like, if you look at the coloring of the car and everything, like, there's pieces in there that is brighter than some of the pieces in the car, because it was placed there like stickers. I know it sounds crazy and all, but that's just my thoughts, and I'm entitled to my thoughts, you guys. So with that being said, darlings, I just, you know what I'm saying, I just want justice for Summer, and I want everybody to be able to identify that that's all I want at the end of the day, And before I get off this thing, I want to share this scripture with you. So give me a second. Was it that one? Right, I think it's this one, y'all. Okay. Okay, hold on, yeah. It's too zoomed in. Here we go. So it's Psalm 14. The fool says in his heart, there is no God. Let me blow this one up a little bit. There we go. Right? Aw, beautiful birdie. I believe in that kind of stuff. Okay, you guys, spirit guides. There's a beautiful bird singing outside my window right now when I said Psalms. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear the little birdie? It's a hummingbird. Wow, it's so beautiful. Okay. Thank you for coming. Beautiful angel. Hello, angel. Okay, so going back to Psalms 14, for the director of music of David, the fool says in his heart, there is no God, and they are corrupt and their deeds are vile. There is no one who does good. The Lord looks down from heaven on all mankind to see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. All have turned away, all have become corrupt. There is no one who does good, not even one. Do all these evildoers know nothing? They devour my people as though eating bread. They never call on the Lord, but there they are, overwhelmed with dread, for God is present in the company of the righteous. Give me a second, you guys. I'm getting an important phone call. Ah, jeez. All right, you guys, give me a second, okay? Be right there. I'm on an important phone call, but I'm right here. All right, so I'm back and everything like that. And basically what I was teaching you guys, you know, is the scripture, and then it goes on to say,
whatever. But anyway, I'm just letting you know. I mean, you said last month when you came, you were just gonna give me the red.
hold on, y'all. All right, you guys, listen, I'm gonna do a part 2 to this, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a part of like a company or what have you. I do Luxurious Arts is my company name, and I also am a music producer, so I have a lot of people calling me. I'll be back. All right, y'all guys be blessed and be at peace.